Alright, so let's take another crack at this. This seems like these types of videos are kind of well liked. If you do enjoy these, make sure you give it a like so I do know that people do want to see these more often maybe, because as you know, content wise, I've not got much to upload on YouTube. So, for our first story. This did happen a little while ago, but I wanted to give him a nice little shout out because Guile has died on this hardcore Ironman. If you guys kind of might have heard this name before, familiar with it, he was the first hardcore to max actually. Remember how DVS is going for first to max? Guile finished in half the time. Just to, let you guys see the scale. Now, I think after he maxed, he took a long break. He hardly played. He came back a few times. He confirmed it was a disconnection. I wouldn't be afraid to just take his word. This is the screenshot he took after he died. Obviously, it's not in his chat box because when you log back in, it doesn't show that. So I'm going to assume it's a disconnection. He had a pretty good amount of items I actually didn't know about. One thing I got to give a shout out to is the fucking 5 Zami Spear KC for his claw or his lance there. So that's pretty sweet. I would say he got quite lucky actually. Had most of his items. Like Armadillo looks pretty good. Bandos looks pretty decent. Serb, was there a Serb case? He doesn't show there exactly, but he had the Serb set complete. Just no Ranger boots, I assume. And the mole kills are obviously because it used to be the best to do mole for bird's nests, but obviously not anymore. So yeah, unfortunate, mate. Disconnections are fucking pathetic. And now we have Soup showing us how to do raids.
Properly, man. Like, legit, please explain to me what the hell I'm doing, boys. Fuck this, man.
He ended his stream.
What?
Man, I get sent these clips when I'm streaming, and they're so good. I love them. I'll give Soup this, man. I give him props for at least trying to learn solo raids. My bitch ass sticking with team raids. Now, the only reason I'm still doing team raids is because we started implementing alts into the raid, which makes it like pretty much the same points an hour as solo. Almost. Not exactly, but close enough. 33k points in about 34, 33 minutes, depending on the raid. But way more chill. Now, the main discussion I probably do want to get into is Deadman. The tournament, to be a bit more specific, quite obviously, huge issues, once again, nothing new. So I guess it would make sense to discuss kind of what happened before I get into it. During the tournament, during pretty much the final hour, during the combat time, where clans pretty much slowly kill each other off until the final 1v1 start. I'm not even sure how many players was actually affected by this. But pretty much a huge amount of players that were left inside that hadn't died yet got teleported to the 1v1 areas and instantly killed by the smoke or fog. There's many clips of this. Here's one of it happening to SparkMac on stream. Obviously this happened on stream. Anyone, I guess, has a clip of it. I'm not sure if everyone in Falador got teleported, but it seems like it.
Corner. Hit a door in the northeast corner.
Keep it going, guys, keep it going.
Nice.
What? How did we all die? That's glitch. Nah, that one. What was?
Wait, what?
We just all died.
What?
We just all
Oh
died.
my
We
God.
got put in the 1v1.
Which is obviously not supposed to happen. As far as what happened to these players, Jax did make a statement saying almost half or about half of the players, they were able to give them the status, like not the status back, but I guess they were able to give them back their life. They can continue on the tournament. The other half pretty much just got screwed. On top of that, the ones that were reinstalled pretty much had, I think, 94 base stats, every stat 94. Not exactly sure why they went with the generic 94. Obviously, I'm assuming they couldn't just give everyone back the stats they originally had. They were also given shitty armor, pretty much, just generic armor for PKing. They lost everything they had worked for the entire week of the tournament. So there's really not much to say about this. It was disturbing. Now, I am recording this right before they wake up on Monday. I'm not sure when this video is going to go out because I already have one ready to go out. I don't want to wait too long though, so we'll see. But as of right now, they haven't made any actual statements as towards what the compensation is going to be for the players that were affected. I'm going to assume there's going to be a generic type of compensation. You qualify for the next tournament, blah, blah, blah. Really not very good for customer service. I don't think Jax has ever been good at it in general. I don't really think they understand what the world is like when it comes to compensation. If you fuck up as a company, it's not just, here you go, you qualify. That doesn't really work. And as you know, this is definitely not the first time that this has happened. I think a tournament or two ago, half the players got logged out and they couldn't log back in. I don't even know what's going on with Deadman, dude. As if PvP wasn't already dying. We have something that's supposed to revive it every once in a while, and it's even worse than the actual game. Now, first of all, I don't even think anywhere near half the people were given their shit back in stats. That was probably just, I don't know, just some random number they made up, honestly. After this happened, they pretty much had to stall the stream for about 40 minutes or something, or an hour. My heart does go out to the JMods that had to, or I guess the cast, that had to sit there and stall for an hour at random and discuss pretty much nothing while having the entire chat probably spamming shit like, fuck you guys. So, it's unfortunate for them to be in that situation when it's definitely not their fault. I don't know exactly how long the final hour pretty much was, but I was told like 5 to 6 hours it took. Most people that were planning on finishing watching it stayed up an extra few hours at the very least, so there's not much to say, dude. As far as compensation goes, this is something that Jax does need to understand. Compensation is almost like another chance for you to revive yourself if you go above and beyond. Like I said, this is not something, maybe it's a UK thing, I don't know, but this isn't something that they're very fond of or they do very well normally. Not to mention, if they do send you shit, it's like 2 years late, so there's another big flaw. Just about any company or store or restaurant will go above and beyond to make sure you're satisfied, because at the end of the day, the customer is never wrong. That's kind of just rule 101. In this case, it's quite obvious they're not wrong. I would assume that they should hopefully give a lot more than just an advance into the next tournament where you don't have to qualify for it, which doesn't even save you that much time. Like, what, an hour? We're talking an hour or two to qualify, maybe a few hours maximum, as opposed to the probably 100 hours they invested playing for the tournament. Not to mention they lost the chance of potentially winning money, which is another thing to factor in. So at the current moment, I don't know what they're going to be giving to the players in return. They're probably going to make the statement on Monday, which is in like a few hours probably. I was considering waiting for this video, but I'd rather be more of like an element of surprise. Let's just see what they actually do return. I'm going to call it now before they do give it. I'm assuming it's going to be you qualify for the next Deadman and maybe a month of membership. But I feel like they might honestly go above and beyond this time, because this was a huge fuck up. It was, I don't know, dude. We'll see what happens. The funny thing about all this is Deadman was designed to be a good advertisement for RuneScape. It's also them trying to get into the esports part of the game. That's just not going to work, bro. And maybe that's the issue of it, is they are trying to do that at a rush as well. They are quite rushed, it seems like, with a lot of these things. This apparently, I mean, I don't know if it's real or not, but don't blame this guy. But there was a message on Discord from one of the JMods saying they ain't gonna test it because they didn't make any changes from this tournament to the last one. Besides, they removed the Ring of Suffering from the game for the game mode. So apparently they didn't do any testing because of that, which is crazy, because I mean, you are giving away money on top of that. This is supposed to advertise your game. You're not going to test your advertisement? That doesn't make any sense to me. So a lot of flaws, it seems like. Maybe they were rushed. They didn't even have time to do any testing, but they should have made time, or they should have told the higher ups that they need time. I don't really know. It's kind of always been the situation with Jax, is they feel, it seems like someone is rushing them while the entire player base is like, can you stop rushing so we don't keep fucking up? It's a weird situation between the customer and yeah, I don't know. Like, you couldn't take an extra week maybe to test it or something? Like, I don't know, dude. Wouldn't that be smart? Now, that isn't even all that happened. Here's another thing that they should have tested, but they didn't. This happened during the 1v1s. I think the semifinals. Manked was up against someone, and you will see in this clip that he did a blood barrage. He healed, I think, 7 or something hit points from it, and then his account was fully healed and his prayer was restored. I'm assuming because the game thought that he killed his opponent and it was just restoring his stats for him or something like that, but Take a look at this. Alright, before you even watch the clip, I kind of wish they made it so he couldn't do this. No offense to Manked, but this entire clip looks very awkward to most people who don't know about this. But the POV here is a person who used render self, which means you are no longer on the map, but you can see everything else. You're still there, but you're invincible. You can't see the person, so... this looks really bad for advertising. Hopefully next time they make it so you can't do this. Maybe it helps him focus with I don't really know. That's the kind of bad thing about it, is if this helps him with PKing, then allow it, I guess. But don't show this POV then, because it just looks confusing for anyone watching that is new to RuneScape at least. It just looks broken.
Armadillo chest plate as well, maybe a bit too much for Manked, being spec'd back as well, down to 33 hit points, out of food entirely, not too sure on the Fools members' food situation either, but a lucky 25 blood barrage there, back up to 96 hit points, he's still in it, but getting hit a 30 there, and just like that, you know, back down to...
So as far as I'm aware, if this didn't happen, I don't actually know if Manked would have won this fight, which is quite unfortunate to whoever's fighting him, but let's go through this slowly play-by-play kind of. 33 hit points, right? He still has a shark in his inventory. He does eat it here. He's now at 53 in a second. There it is. He will do a blood barrage here. I guess the guy didn't do any damage on him during this time, but he will blood barrage. Sorry, here we go. He blood barrage up to a 62. Right? There's the XP drop. He was 53. So he healed 9 hit points. And if you look at his prayer and his HP, it gets completely restored. So... I don't really know what the fuck happened there, but I do believe he went on to kill this guy. I think. I'm pretty positive. Because he did make it to the finals, and I think this is the semifinals, so... yeah, that's... I don't know. So not only were people already fucked, but the people who made it to the finals might have also gotten fucked pretty... I actually don't know if he would have won that fight. I don't know if the ending clip is here. I can watch it, but I do think the amount of HP he gained back, he didn't have at the ending of the fight. Nonetheless, in general, this is still a fucking big issue. I guess maybe the heat at the moment, they didn't really notice it, but this should have maybe been a rematch if the outcome was going to be that Manked would have lost. This probably should have been a rematch, but obviously in the situation they're in, everything's supposed to be moving fast-paced. They're also trying to catch up on time because they fucked up for 2 hours. They just rushed it, and I guess no one noticed it. Dude, what the fuck? Now, this is also something else that I was linked. I don't know if this is AHK, but as far as I'm aware, it does look like it. If you look at the character here, right here, this inventory, every single 4 items get switched within a tick, and he's also barraging the other person on the same tick that he is switching all his gear, which is very unlikely to happen humanly possible, but if you do watch, these 4 items here will switch instantly, and he's going to barrage his opponent instantly, which I don't know if that's even possible to do, man. All that shit, I don't know, man. Look at this. It's pretty instant, dude. It's just boom, it's just, I don't know, dude. That's pretty fucking quick, dude. I don't know, man. And apparently during this fight, the guy was talking shit, the one that's using potentially AHK. I don't know if I can get it somewhere here. He was saying some shit. Yeah, here it is. He was also typing this while doing it. I don't know, man. This is the other person's POV. This is very kind of confusing, but I don't know who has time to type while PKing, dude. During a tournament where there's 30k on the line? I don't know, man. Maybe it was an auto-talker that he had set up to do it automatically. I don't really know, but something looked a bit fishy with this entire clip. Not that that is Jax's fault, by the way. That's obviously they can't control if someone uses AHK during the tournament. They could definitely control what happens to them after the tournament. I don't really follow up on what happened to this guy. I'm assuming if he didn't win any money, it wouldn't even really matter, I guess. But if he did win money, it'd hopefully be looked into. I'm sure a lot of people are like, well, you just shit, you can't switch. Maybe. But to so accurately do that while going to the Mage tab, using Ancients on the guy in front of you, all in one tick, dude. That's a lot, bro. I'm not in the PKing scene, but I am in the clicking scene. That's a lot. That's a lot of shit. Maybe to do it once, it's good, but to do it back to back to back, like non-stop, without any mistakes, that's 10 years of practice, I guess. That's definitely that's what that is, dude. That's his defense. I've been practicing for 10 years. Now, the last thing I would definitely want to discuss here, and I don't blame Archie for doing this. I feel like Archie was kind of following something that he had to follow, and he didn't really think to maybe not do what he did at the very ending of the tournament. Everyone that was on the stage got interviewed. I think 2 or 3 people on the stage were people that got kicked out of the tournament randomly, teleported to the 1v1s and instantly killed. Skill Specs was one of them, and Archie did ask Skill Specs what he thought of the tournament. I really wish he didn't, because I know he probably had to interview everyone, and it would have looked awkward if he didn't interview Skill Specs, I guess, at the same time. It would have kind of been funny, honestly. Be like, he skipped Skill Specs because he knows what he fucked up. But I guess there's really no way that Archie could win this situation that he was put in. But here's a clip. It's pretty funny, and it's pretty solid. Good job, Mr. Specs, babe.
All right, Skill Specs, another unfortunate story for this Deadman tournament. What happened?
I got Jagexed. To be fair with you, Chris, so yeah, I'm pretty tilted. I mean, no, like 4th time now. Yeah. No, when I first spoke to you at the start. I said to you I'm confident, best stats I've had yet. And then I think I'd rather die to a D spear than the old service. But it is what it is, you know. It's always next time.
We really appreciate you here, Skill Specs, honestly.
Dude, every time I watch that, I feel the pain. I love it. I feel like Jay did that perfectly. He didn't roast them too hard. He definitely could have went way deeper than that. But he kept it lighthearted and funny, and you could tell he wasn't very happy. So, yeah, that's a good clip, dude. I like that shit. But yeah, that's a unfortunate situation for Archie, man. I wouldn't know what I would do either. Do I interview the guy, or do I just skip him? He's going through a line of like 4 people. He's asking all them questions about the tournament. Maybe he should just skip the whole thing. Maybe at the very ending, don't ask anyone any questions. Just leave it as it is. Because then you have to ask people like Skill Specs what happened. And you already know the answer. Anyways, that is, I guess, my thoughts on the Deadman tournament. There's really not too much to say. I just wanted to kind of go over what happened exactly. I found this to be all quite great, honestly. It was a great tournament. I mean, the tournament was shit, but the aftermath was awesome. I was very happy. Now, as for what's next, like I said, I'm recording this right before they get in the office on Monday. There's a chance they might not continue Deadman. I don't really know. Maybe they should come up with a different strategy to fill in the advertisement. Instead of something that's Deadman, maybe try something new. I do know that All-Stars did quite damn well. The fact about that, though, is that it might be a bit boring because everyone's given stats. Everyone's given, armor, the same armor. It's definitely more skill-based. Everything is even. Like, everyone has everything even. It's great. Maybe you can pick your own weapons here and there, but everyone can pick whichever weapon they want. It is more ideal, I would say, honestly. But RuneScape is a grindy game. There's a grind to it. People like to see that. Maybe not see the grind, but see the result of the grind, I would say. And that's kind of what Deadman, in a way, is, minus the fact that it's really clan-based, so it's a result of 100 people giving a few people shit, technically. So it wouldn't have that aspect of it if it was more like an All-Stars thing where you just get the automatic stats that everyone else has. The Zerker peer, the 70 defense peer, whatever the hell it was, the maxed account, whatever weapons you want and shit. That was, honestly, for me, it was fun to watch. Maybe it was fun because it was all content creators, and they're all cool with each other, they're all friendly and shit. It's fun to watch. Maybe not all of them are the best PKers, but it was something fun to watch for sure. But yeah, this was probably the worst Deadman. 2019 spring, I think. Definitely the worst one they've had. The whole Torvesa situation to start off with, and then this. I'm hoping the next one, if they do one, they make the rules a bit more clear, the mule thing a bit more clear maybe. Maybe you can use an alt, maybe you can't. I don't really know. The whole clanning thing, is that going to be the only, the main advantage that everyone has on solo players? Is there any way to give solo players a chance to win? I don't know. Maybe it's a clan thing and it's going to stay a clan thing, or maybe it should stay a clan event. But maybe they can make one that's Ironman related. Maybe, I don't really know. Maybe a Deadman where they could try it. Hey, it doesn't hurt to try. All right. Let's be honest. They're at the bottom of the barrel. It can't get worse than where they currently are in terms of advertisement for Deadman. They could try maybe an Ironman kind where it's more based on solo people. I don't know how that would work though with the economy in the game. Like I don't really know if that would be ideal. But the thought of everyone fighting in the gear they got themselves in a week with everything boosted, it's kind of cool. Anyways, give me your guys' opinions. This is great. I didn't expect this part of the video to take so long. I think I'll probably just end it here. Like I said, if you enjoy these types of videos, give it a like so I know that people enjoy it. I'll probably do more in the future. I do have fun making them. It kind of gives me a bit of a reason to maybe read up on what's been happening, because I feel like sometimes I just don't look at what's been going on because I'm just not that interested half the time. But this one was definitely fun. So have a great day. I'll see you guys next video, and goodbye.